Hello again, YouTube. I'm going to do another book review for you, and the book I'm going to review is The Dark Tower by Stephen King. This is the 7th installment in the Dark Tower series. It takes place right where the 6th one leaves off, with Jake and Father Callahan going into the Dixie Pig to fight the low men and vampires and whatnot. And this book is also a really good book. But yeah, it starts out with that part, and then it also begins with, Susanna is having, or Mia is having the baby, the demon baby, or whatever, and they eventually name that demon Mordred, who is supposed to be the successor to the Crimson King, and who will destroy the Dark Tower, which in essence would rip the entire fabric of the world apart and end it. Yeah, for a while the quartet in the book is split up, but eventually it comes back together and stuff. I just love this book. Like, I know a lot of people don't really like this book, but I thought it was really good. It took me a while to read. It actually took me like several months to read, because first I couldn't really get into it that much, so I put it on the back burner for a while. I read a few other books, and then a few weeks ago I got it from the library in the paperback version to finish it easier, so I wouldn't have to lug it around school and stuff, because it is a really big hardcover book that I have. But yeah, it's still really good. I like how a lot, some characters from other Stephen King books are mentioned in this one, and I also like how all the puzzle pieces are slowly connecting as the end of the book draws nearer. I thought that was really interesting for the book. There was a couple problems, small tiny problems I had with the book. One of which being, I think a lot of people would agree to this, but the Crimson King, not him, but Randall Flagg had a very small part in this book, and he actually, well, this is a bit of a spoiler, but he actually gets killed by Mordred by a freaking demon spider, which I think is a bunch of crap, because Randall Flagg is supposed to be a really powerful villain, one of the lead villains in the Dark Tower series, as well as Stephen King's The Stand, or whatever. He's supposed to be all powerful, but anyway, that's one of the small complaints I had about it, and that's about it. Oh, and one, but yeah, that was about it with the complaints I have for the book. The writing is excellent. Every Stephen King book I have read has excellent writing. Has excellent writing. And that's why Stephen King is my #1 favorite writer, because of his writing style and the way he crafts together brilliant stories such as this. I actually think that besides Harry Potter, that The Dark Tower is one of my favorite book series, though I haven't really read Lord of the Rings all the way through, or I haven't read Game of Thrones, so that might change, but these books are really imaginative, original fantasy books. And yeah, I thought that the ending was also good. People I've read and watched reviews of complain about the ending of the book, but I thought it was a pretty fitful ending for the book. It was kind of anticlimactic, but I wasn't really expecting that big of an ending anyway. And I mean, it's such a long book, and he said himself that the ending doesn't really matter anyway. It's the journey that counts, which I pretty much agree with that statement that he makes. So yeah, like I keep saying, the book is really good. It is a really imaginative ending to a really imaginative series of books. it is violent in times. It has some like action in it, which I found really good. And there are some pretty like disturbing scenes that didn't really disturb me because nothing like in books and movies really disturbs me that much, but it was still interesting to see. And I loved how all the events unfolded in the book or whatever. And yeah, it was a really long book. And like I think if I would not have been in school, if it would have been the summer and I would have read this book, I would have gotten it done quicker. But I was in school and stuff. So yeah. But I just love this series. Stephen King is my absolutely all-time favorite writer of all time. And this is a really brilliant book, even though it took me a long time to read. So yeah, this isn't my favorite in the series. It's probably 2 or 3. And I didn't get through the 4th one. I thought that was really boring, but sooner I might reread the series, so yeah. But this book is just excellent. I'm just sorry for rambling on and on and on about this book. I just don't know what else to say about it, so I think I'll just leave it at that. I'll give it 5 out of 5 stars because it was such a great book, and I recommend it to anybody who's read the Dark Tower series up to this point who hasn't read this one yet, because it is good despite what people say about it, or I think it's good anyway. So yeah, I'll let you go now. So see ya. Bye.